There we go. Oh, we back. We are back, baby. What is up, y'all? If you are up with me this late, we are going to be on for a little bit. Let's go to the garage. You know what? I'll do a couple times. Oh, let me change the card real quick. Garage. What do we got? We're going to do a couple time attacks. And then we're going to. What is up? What is up? Adrian, what's up? We are going to do a couple time attacks. Get some money up just in case we want to build something fancy tonight. I hope you all are having a great day. It's been a long, fun day. I know it's a random time of the night, but I told myself I'd do this every night. Did you get good tunes now? Fuck no, I didn't do it. You literally get to see me play this game. I don't know what the good tunes on here are. There we go. I should have slowed down. Oh yeah, we're gonna play online too. So if you up, remember the name is BH World 91. That is the name of the room. What's up, QR? How's it going, Playboy or Playgirl or player? We're just gonna say everybody's a player. I am. Remember, I told that nigga I'd be up every day for the next couple days streaming. I'll send you some good ones on your Instagram for sure. If you guys got any suggestions on how I can get better at this game or any other games, I might switch to Call of Duty Warzone soon. So hopefully I'll be on at a more appropriate time tomorrow. We were out all freaking day today doing stuff, so I didn't want to freaking have to succumb. So not at least getting online one time for the one time. Marcus, why are you up so late, bro? Hold up. There we go. Oh, why did I do that? Let's just get to time attack. West Coast Arena. Why? I've always wondered, since we played this game, why we got to use the RX-8. Why are we in here with the RX-8? Why is it just because it's a better grip of car? Is that just how the glitch works? I'm trying to... Bro, what you doing to the 33? Oh, Lord. Damn, man, just watched this. I got vs. Genesis, and I gotta say R33 is lit. Thank you. I'm gonna start working on it in a couple days. I found somebody to clean the headlights, which is a cool thing. My 33 in the garage. I made one in the game. Oh, damn, you been playing that much, Marcus? Look at you, bro. You out here. Hold on. Damn it, I keep doing this thing where I gotta freaking just keep refreshing. Hold on. Oh, I keep waiting here thinking that it's like a load screen, but it's like it is a load screen, but I have to hit X and I can't see because my fat ass head is in the way. Like furries like the cosplay things, bro. I'm not even about to get into that. I've never explored that realm of non-sensory, so I'll leave that to the people that do that. What exactly is the purpose of a furry? Can somebody tell me that? Like, do you just drive? I saw there's some show with these people dressed up in like weird ass fucking makeup and shit. It's like a dating show, and one lady was dressed up as like a devil. Some dude was dressed as a Tin Man. This other dude was dressed as some other thing, and I was like, what the hell am I even watching right now? But I don't even know what I'm saying hearing right now. I don't even know what I'm hearing right now. Uh-oh. You watch, bro, is it that late y'all asking about this kind of stuff? It's 12 at night and y'all asking about this inappropriate nonsense. That boy. We're gonna retry this one time. How much money are we at? I have no idea, y'all. Here we go. Yo, life, what's up? How's it going, my boy? We just trying to get the dollars up, the dollar bill. Oh, Lord, I almost flipped over. Yeah. All right, I'll get back on track. There we go. There we go. Canada, bro. What time? What time is it in Canada right now? Jesus Christ! I keep crashing and shit. Do we got? All right, we got. Let's do it one more time. Let's try to make this an even seven. Well, it's not gonna be even. We'll try to make this an even seven. I say even. We're gonna try to get 2:22 a.m. in Canada, bro. You watching me at 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the morning in Canada? I appreciate that, cause you could be sleeping, you could be drinking freaking syrup and eating poutine, but I don't even know. You could be listening to Trailer Park Boy. Is this game worth it? Been thinking about snagging it, bro. For $30, I've been having fun. I've had more fun on this than I have had with Forza. And these are like tracks I recognize. No disrespect to Forza, it's just I just been really playing this, and it's kind of fun, low key. Like this, it's how can I put it? It's not super realistic, but at the same, like they got a gang of accessorizations you could do on here that makes the game worth it. So if y'all thinking about getting something, if y'all looking for a game, 22386 for it. Really relax. It's one of those things like how far are you trying to get with a drift game? Are you trying to have fun? Are you really just trying to grab a controller and not have to do a whole gang of like learning? Like this isn't a set of Corsa, you know what I'm saying? Like and it's not like Gran Turismo. It's this one that's like simple and worth $30 compared to like a game that's $70. And it's cool. It's like one of those things like Forza, like, oh, it's no supers, there's no chaser. There's certain cars in this game. It's just like kind of straight to the point. It's not like you can get an F40 in this game, but it's simple to the point where, uh, excuse me, like you can get. They have RX8s, RX7s. I don't know if they have FD RX7s in here. I don't know if they have RX3s, but they got a good decent amount of cars. They even got a few decent American cars. So it's like it's worth it. Tony, what's up? How's it going? How's your night going? You having a good night? Oh, look at that. Sick angle, bro. Sick angle. You 60 it? No, I just did a 20.8. No, you did a 20.8 in the RX-7? Now I gotta try. You did a 20.8. What is my best time? A 22? How the hell did you do a 20.8 on this? On this layout? What's my best? Your best is a 22. Damn, let me see if I can get a 20.8. All y'all go comment on that Hoonigan video, Booty Hustlers. Bro, I'm some garbage. Bro, I'm not gonna get no 20.8. Oh man. There you go. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to get a 20.8 now. Marcus, so this is like the little shortcut to getting money. Heard the rotary is coming back as a generator. 20.7? Marcus, what are you doing? I need to know. I'm gonna try. Am I doing this wrong? I need to probably find the racer line. Oh Lord, I'm not gonna get any. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not even gonna try to beat your time, Marcus. That's a whole 2 seconds off. 20.4. I'm cool, Steve. I don't be need to do all that. There we go. As long as we at like 8 million, I'm cool. Oh, we at 9. So this is the part of the day. JP, I don't have the game. We gonna get online. We are going online. God damn it. I need to switch the car first. Garage. There we go. Open up a lobby. So we're gonna go to multiplayer. Room list. I'm about to hook up the wheel and play for a set of Corsa. So we're gonna room name BH, just BH91. We're gonna make this real. So I said BH World, right? BH World. BH World. BH World 91. We're gonna do East Tollgate, or what are we gonna do? We're gonna do what's the East Tollgate? Yeah, that was a fun one. There we go. BH World 91. I don't have. We have a PC. The last PC, the real last PC game I played. What was that? What was the last PC game I played? Freak, I want to say, do you have any racing rig, or are you just a controller, bro? Just on a controller. Just on a controller. I never thought I'd get a PS5, so I was like, if I get one, my cousin got me one. Well, technically, he wanted it, and it was nice enough to bless it to me. I'm not even mad at that. Oh, so I don't want this track. I want some. How did you level up so fast? I've been playing for weeks. So somebody told me in the chat what I had to do was keep playing, and unlock that oval track that looks like Irwindale. And then once you do that, you get the RX-8, and then you just do the little time attack, and you just get a bunch of. Oh, there we go. We got a Mustang in the chat. I mean, you know, looking. Oh, Marcus is here. Who else is here? So I told myself I wasn't going. I played this game for like 5 hours straight the other day. Oh, there go Marcus. He already acting up. Oh yeah, you get the RX-8, you get the track that looks like Irwindale, and then you just do time attack. I did that, got loads of money. And Marcus wide body the car he did. What he put? They have that kid on. Oh man, a nice little drift car. What gear am I in? There we go. I might have to switch it up on him real quick. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, big dog. My bad. Man. There we go. I'm trying to want this gentleman over here if I can catch him. Sure, if I can catch it. What the car is that? Is that a 32? I think it is. I'm straightening out like a mom. Oh, Where did he go? Damn, he went all the makes my shit lagging. Oh yes, it's crossplay. It's very much so crossplay. I forgot to mention that. I'm gonna have to switch Porsches on him one time. It's all this left foot braking. Oh shoot. We need something with the 69 Charger in the lobby. Well, it's BH World 91. That's the name of the lobby. BH World 91. All platforms are welcome. I heard this is even on mobile. BH World 91, y'all. It's late night. What topic should we talk about? Y'all got any questions? Any answers? At Laura Man Family. Y'all got anything y'all wanna? Hold on. What's up, at Arena? Hold on. Quarantine and chill. Nah, no chilling over here. We drifting. Quarantine and slide, baby. What it do, baby? Oh Lord. There you go. What's up, Gary? Detroit checking in. Detroit, what happened on this versus that? Oh Lord. So I thought I explained this yesterday, but I'm gonna give a quick summary. If you guys watched the DH Backyard Barbecue, y'all noticed my car wasn't there for a lot of it. Bad head gasket, so it overheated. So I take the car to my shop, to the shop that works on my car, and they're like, "Hey, we fixed the car, but there's a ticking coming from the head. So be careful. Try to stay off the limiter. Try to stay out of red line because it'll cause your car to do some weird shit, and it may drop a valve." So it was like a quick fix because I need to get another head job. So I have a stock head. I'm just thinking about just put the stock head on. So everybody's like, "Why are you shifting when it goes in the boost?" Because what's going to happen is once it hits boost, it's just gonna spike up. So when people are like, "Oh, your car doesn't make 600, it looks like 300-ish," of course I'm not going into boost fooling. So as soon as it hits boost, I'm really shifting before I can hear the wastegate crack or just as the wastegate cracks, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to realize this. If I blow my engine, racing's on Hoonigan, who's going to pay for my engine? Me. Hoonigan's not going to pay for my engine. They're not going to give me a dime. They're not going to be like, "Hey, let's do a whole show about building RBs on Gary's RB." No. It'll just be like, "Thank you. It's a pat on the back. You blew your engine. Go fix it and come back when you're ready." It's no disrespect to them, but it's a double-edged sword. So this is what'll happen. I either blow my engine on camera and I hear RBs are unreliable, or, "Oh, what's up, man? Oh, I'm good. I hope, yeah, yeah." It's either I blow my engine on camera and I hear RBs are unreliable, or I take it easy on my car and live to fight another day. You just got to know when to play it smart. Mind you, I didn't get to drive the car before. Now, I have driven the car when it was like at damn near 90%. When I say 90%, it was at damn near 95%, I'd say. The reason why it was the other 5%, it was just something issue with something. But I made a video about it, and I think I might have to put it out so that y'all can see like what the car sounds like. Do you like R32 sedans? I do. I was trying to buy my friend's R32 sedan shell before I got another four-door, but this is like one of the weird times. He was like, he doesn't want to let it go. He's one of those dudes I'd rather see like it just sit in his garage for the next 5 years. This fool's had literally an R33 sitting for almost like 10 years and doesn't want to let it go. But hey, it's his car, and I understand that very much. I can't tell another man how to get rid of his car, but R32 sedans, I do like. It's weird because the 34s are the only ones that have like finicky issues. I saw much respect for R32 and 34 best RBs, by the way. Yes, I'm a big fan of RBs. And for everybody that don't know, when I say fuck Jay-Z's, I don't mean fuck the engine. It's the owners. What are your thoughts on the only? Also, when I read the script with the chat, it only said, "What up, Gary? What up, young nephew, Gary? How's the motor swap going?" That's so I'm gonna get to there too. Motor swap right now, just waiting for parts. Right now, they sandblasted the block, polished the crank, and balanced it. So we're just waiting to. They got pistons and rods, so I'm gonna go down there and film that soon. I need to get my black ass up. But this is the longest debate I've been seeing, and I explained this to my girl the other day. Lobby name is BH World 91. BH World 91. When I say I don't like Jay-Z's, it's not Jay-Z's, it's the owners. I understand Toyota's made a great engine, and I love the sound of a JC. Hell, I drove a JZ swap S15 that we built for David. Not me, I didn't do anything. I just told him to go over there, and I just handed him wrenches. But it felt fast. It was probably the funnest car I ever drove. I remember when you talked about the difference between GTS and GTR, a real GTR chassis. I want to buy an R32 sedan. That's kind of like a waste. Why would you want to buy an R32 and put a 180S in on it? What you should do is get an R32 and put an S13 front it. BH World 91. But let me get back to my debate, RBs versus Jay-Z. So this is why I don't like Jay-Z. It's just the owners. Like when I explain to somebody, have you ever noticed people say pit bulls are bad dogs? No, they just have bad owners. And the problem with Jay-Z owners is they're like Jay-Z owners are God's gift to the world. If that was the case, if you really wanted to sit here and truly debate, I would pick an LS over a Jay-Z. And that's what I've always said. I've always said I'll go LS before I ever go Jay-Z. It's just because my pride won't allow me to swap with Jay-Z, and the prices are more ridiculous. Why I'm gonna spend, and this is no disrespect to, why I'm gonna spend, now Jay-Z's are $7 grand. Why I'm gonna spend $7 grand when I can get a 5.3 for $300, iron block, rebuild it, or even just slap a turbo on it and cross my fingers that it don't blow up. That's so. Chat room is BH World 91. Ooh. Oh Lord. Oh, there we go. Dang, I fell out of the loop. Oh shoot, there we go. What are your thoughts on Arthur? You sound like me with Civics and Integras. Bro, so if you haven't noticed, in the last couple years, Civics and Integras like have been coming kind of like cool again. I've always had a soft spot for the EG hatch, hence why we had two of them at one time. $7 grand for a JZ, for a 2JZ, not a 1J. 1Js are going for like $3 to $5 grand. But what was I just talking about? Like I had a brain fart. I'm gonna probably switch this course soon. Finish race. We're gonna switch the course soon. To lobby. We're gonna go to this lobby, y'all. Grab one of these. Open the chat on my phone. Let's all go to the lobby. Get something to eat. Oh shoot. Alright, now I can read this. You sound like me on a Civics. R32 sedan, BH World 91. I want to buy R32 sedan retrofit. I want to see. Dang, there's some people in here. Let me close this real quick. Bam. I'm going to mute this so I can read these when I can. Have you seen LZ and Literal? I'm not even going to get into that debate. I'm not going to get that to the debate at all because that's two different whole financial brackets. Uncle Gary, is it possible to play this game with a keyboard? You could try. You could really try. I haven't played with a keyboard. There we go. So the room is called BH World 91. BH World 91. I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes. Excuse me. I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes before you find this. A couple minutes. All right. There we go. Kami Road, Drift, Time Attack, Clipping Points, 9 more off. BH World 91. We're going to get on in about 2 minutes or a minute. I'm going to go through these comments real quick. Let's see. Top 3 favorite cars. That's hard. That's a hard question. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put this in here for y'all. BH. WORLD. Yeah, remember that one time on Hoonigan when you raced that R32 yellow hoodie guy? That's Matt. That's my boy Matt from Canada. So I put the name of the chat in the name of the chat. The name of the chingadera. I can't think about what the god dang the name of the damn it. I was driving the Audi SUV. That was fun. It's different because it doesn't make any noise. It has a heads-up display. That was all kind of different. That was all different, and I loved it. Would I buy one? They want 80 grand for that, and I'm like, fuck, 80 grand. It cost me like $20 to fill up for a charge. 3 cars I find dope as fuck. I'm new to this. How do I go? Go to the lobby. I'm sure you type in BH World 91. For all y'all that don't know, that's the name of the lobby. So I'm going to chill here for a little bit so y'all can see. There we go. Ooh, what is that? S13. Oh, Simp City. What's up, Playboy? We should do this versus that. GLA versus... Okay. Oh, he was going. Oh, Market. Okay, we got a couple dudes in here, huh? I guess we're going to get going. We're going to get it going, y'all. We're going to get this. Top 3 favorite cars. That's hard. Top 3 favorite cars. Does it have to be model or specific make, year, and model? Thank you. So everybody that sees how this 34 is, this is how mine's going to look soon. But I'm going to have the young LS in it. Somebody called it the Pisa car the other day. As soon as I see a Pisa with R34 4-door, have you tried being NG Drive, bro? Wonder if my handbrake will work on this. Maybe. Try it out. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm getting better at this game every day. Okay, we're going to try it. We're going to get a rhythm going. LS Swap 34. Yeah, go check out one of my previous videos on the LS Swap 34s with the Corvette. You know what? I'm going to make a video this week. Sunday, watch out for a video. I'm going to just start explaining a few things. I'm going to just go over just like an update video. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can be aware of what's going on. Because if you don't know, it's BH World 91. BH World 91. There we go. So. Oh, right. Oh. You feathering, brother. Bro, what's up with all these weird ass angles? There we go. SR20, great engine, overpriced. There's a bunch of cheap engines now. You can get a K24. Hell, it's cheaper to rebuild your KA now and make it a turbo than buy an SR. That's crazy now. I remember when you could throw away a KA. I remember when you could get an SR for $1,000. I remember that. I'm just gonna edit it and make a whole video for these kids don't know. Oh. Do you like Suzuki Samurais? Little known fact. I still love Power Rangers. And in the Power Rangers Turbo, I think one of the Megazords was a Suzuki Samurai. It was a Suzuki Samurai. I saw a Kia that looked like a Suzuki Samurai today. Oh dang, it would be an S14 here. Suzuki Samurai. Whoa, there's a whole nother mountain down here. Blue Ranger, was it a Blue Ranger? Yeah, I think so because in the show in Power Rangers Turbo, the Red Ranger's car was a Camaro. Was the Blue Ranger? Little top 10. Bro, so does this go back up or did I just find a new place? Somebody in the chat, tell my man Gio how to join the game. Hot Cheeto, pickle, and beer. Ugh. Not a fan of hot Cheetos. They don't agree with my stomach, you know, respectfully. Oh, yo, this is a whole different section. No hot Cheetos for me. What is it? Don't drink beer, and I do not like pickles. Yo, what is this? We got a whole different course up here? Yo, I got a whole... That's a whole... Whoa! Oh, my armpit is itching. Oh, okay. What is that? 300Z. They have 300Z. Sorry, positive on the rear camera. Okay, there you go. They teaching the kids in here. That's right, chat. Help each other. You know, you want to know? I saw Space Jam 2, and I liked it. My bad, bro. What super? These top super? Cheeto Puffs. My homie at work was eating Cheeto Puffs. Hot Cheeto Puffs. I didn't even know that was a thing. There you go. No one's helping. Bro, type in BH World 91. I've never had to join a room. Bro, somebody help this man, please. How did all 8 of these people find the chat, but you can't get in? Not being a dick, I'm just trying to figure out how. Bro, Google it. I'm sorry, I'm driving. I can't stop. I'm almost on the road. There you go. Oh, Lord. Kickflip. We got room. We got Glock Monster. Bro, I was lagging bad. Glock Monster. That one was cool. The road thing though. Abo Moon, I've met him. Abo Moon with the 32 Tudo. You know what the crazy thing is? Like over here, he's a drift legend over here, and he's a drift guy over there. So for him, I've heard, this is the stories I've heard, that it's a cultural shock when people go up to him like that over. Ooh, I want to get that turn. Where the fuck did I go? I want to get. What's your favorite Need for Speed? Need for Speed Underground 2. How do I get back to what I was? Bro, sir, there we go. What the hell? God dang it. I keep hitting circle. I keep thinking this is Forza, so I keep reaching for circle. What's that? Is it back here? There we go. Yes, sir. But Albert Moon, cool guy. When I saw his engine bay in real life. Maybe I'll upload some pics if I can find them. What are they over here talking about? Are they even moving? Man's got a Jeep and 2 Subarus. They're trying to chop it up with her, trying to get in it. But Carolina squat, more like the Carolina not. Oh, y'all been watching the old videos, huh? Y'all go share the old videos, you know what I'm saying? What kind of videos y'all want to see? Because I feel like everybody makes super generic videos and shit. Like I be seeing ride-alongs and niggas building shit, but they don't be. It'll be all the same bills. No Twitch. Your boy yesterday was crying while you on. Man, just trying something different. We gonna try some. The bro. I look like I need some crack. Grow a weed plant video. Should I? I don't even smoke the reefer, but I would like to learn how to grow something. You never know, might get that young CBD sponsor. Damn, I'm trying to get better. Oh, he got green smoke like a goddamn coffin. Oh, funky ass car. Oh, pass up on the. Oh. We all hit. Remember, the room is BH Road 91. My screen not moving. Really? We all moving. I'm checking the stream right now on my phone. We really got 42 people up at 11:52 at night. Why aren't y'all sleeping? I hate Cox. Bro, that's why you got that damn Cox cable. What is it? Spectrum, Cox, call? I hate Cox so much. Alright, good. Yeah, girl, will you plan on the channel? I've been thinking about getting back into BMX. Would y'all want to see some BMX content? Because I'm trying to lose this weight. Your boy's real goal. And I keep saying this every year. I'm just trying to drop to 250. How'd you get into a car? I opened the door and sat down. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hold on. 2:53 a.m. I'm sorry. Long story short, my grandfather was in the cars. My father was in the cars. But my grandfather passed away before I could even realize like what a car was. I was like maybe 4 or 5 when he passed away. And long story short, well, I got time. My grandmother would buy me racing games, right? And I low-key got in trouble. This kid at school, freaking, I said something to him, and he was about to tell the teacher, and I was like, don't tell the teacher, I'll let you borrow one of my games, right? I let this fool borrow, forgot what I let him borrow, but the whole time while I let him borrow that game, I was playing a game called Test Drive 5. That's what it was. I was playing Test Drive 5, and I let him borrow my Test Drive 5. This fool went and broke my Test Drive 5, right? And I had to ask him forever, and I told my grandma he wouldn't give me back the game. And his mom got involved and shit. So at the time, I was getting pretty good grades in school and shit. I got a demo disc in the mail, and it had Gran Turismo on it. And so when we went to KB Toys to get a new game to replace the broken one, my grandma was like, y'all got any good games? And the dude was like, I got Gran Turismo, it's a new racing game. I was like, yeah, I want that one. That's the game I want. So I get Gran Turismo, and I'm like, yo, the opening scenes cut up. And if anybody played Gran Turismo 1, the opening scene is with the R33, I think LM GTR. And the music drops, and I just fall in love. Because mind you, I have never heard anything that sounds anything like this at all in my life. So when I get the game, I'm playing. And mind you, I know American cars at this time because I'm like 9 or 10. I know like Chevy, I know Impala, I know like the rough gist of cars. And then when I'm playing, I see a car called the Skyline. I'm like, yo, because I think in Gran Turismo 1, they do have chasers and everything. And the first one, they got chasers and SC300s. But I didn't know what any of that, like, those just look like cameras. I was like, that looks like my neighbor's car with the Skyline. I was like, yo, what is that? And I would run a lot of races in it. And when I would play it, I was like, Grandma, I want a Skyline. She was like, how much is it? I said, I told her it's like 50,000 CR. And she's like, I don't know how much that is. That sounds like a lot, but I'm sure one day you'll have it, the car you want. And fast forward, unfortunately, my grandma got into a horrendous incident that left her kind of like in a fetal position for the remainder of her life before she passed away. So when that happened, that was kind of sucky. But the cool thing was, during this time, I had got an R32 GTR Nismo. So when I got the 32 GTR Nismo, I told my grandma, I was like, Grandma, I got the R32 GTR Nismo. And so this whole time, my grandma developed dementia, so she didn't even know who I was at times. She knew my presence, but she couldn't, mentally she didn't know who I was. And then I told my grandma, I got a Skyline. And she said, you finally got what you wanted. And I was like, whoa, like she remembered that. And so, as weird as it sounds, I appreciate that. As weird as it sounds, like I know I get a lot of flack, and the engine that's in my R33 now is the engine that came out of my R32, which my grandma saw. So it's like I don't take it personal when people talk shit about my car, because I can understand, because it's whatever. But it's one of those things. It's more than a car to me. It's like a symbolization that like my grandma is still with me and everything. So it's like when I did this versus that, it's kind of like, how can I put it? It's like I don't want to replace this engine because this is the engine my grandma saw. I'd rather, and I hate to say this, I'd go broke spending money in this because it was something that meant so much to me, instead of just a car. Because a lot of people, they'll get cars and flip them, they'll sell them, and with them it's like no condition because they want to make money. And what I've always, like, when money comes and goes, but for me it's like, if I have money, I have it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not gonna cry about it because it's money. It's something that can be easily obtained within a couple hours, and it's something that can be easily lost in a couple seconds. So like with the 33, the 32, the 34s that I've had, like the 34, like when I got my first 34, because I wanted a 34 four-door since high school, it was one of those things like, I wanted it, and it's like, because most people want like a Ferrari. Most people want something this or that, but I didn't grow up wanting that, because when I was younger, I was conditioned to seeing that stuff living in LA. And my father, when he was okay in the head, when I say okay in the head, unfortunately, he fell victim to substance abuse. So with him not being okay, being bipolar schizophrenic, when he was good, he was good. When he was clean. But when he was on it, he was on it like on a bad trip, like as they say, on a sick one. But my dad would take me to a Fat Burger in Beverly Hills. So if you ever go by the Beverly Center, and I remember this very, very like it was yesterday, there's a place by the Beverly Center. That's an auto body shop now. I'll explain the story one day. Maybe like if y'all watch here, I'll show you guys where these locations are so y'all can know. And we would chill there on Friday nights or Thursday nights because I didn't have school on Saturdays, and on Thursdays, he wouldn't keep me out too late. And what we would do, we sit there, and this was like in the early 90s, and I would see all the cool cars, every cool car from the 90s, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Vipers, all that I would see, because we were in Beverly Hills, literally on San Vicente. I can't think of the other street, Hazard, anytime. And it was one of those things, since I was conditioned to seeing that, it wasn't fancy. The only car that I've seen that was been exotic, that made me like fucking geek, is when I saw my first F40. I lived not too far from where that location of that Fat Burger is I just told y'all about. And I was what was I doing? I was with my homegirl at the time from high school. We had reconnected and was just talking about stuff. And then we were driving down Wilshire, and there's a Ferrari store on Wilshire, and I saw an F40 in the window, and I was like, yo, you gotta pull over. And I was just standing there for a cool minute, looking at it through the window. The second time I saw an F40, I was helping somebody out, and we drove through an alley over in Marina Del Rey. There's like this classic car store next to a Harley Davidson, right? And I walked, and we're just, mind you, this is just how it happened. I went to Chick-fil-A. I was like, man, I want some food from Chick-fil-A. Fucking Chick-fil-A long was long as hell. So we go through the alley, and I'm like looking out the corner of my eye, like drove by, and I was like, yo, you gotta turn around, you gotta turn around, you gotta turn around. And I'm like, what's going on, man? Well, I'm not turning the fuck around, but I was like, bro, turn around. And sure enough, there was an F40 sitting in the back, like out of the public. It was like one of those things, and I just walked up and looked at it. And when I looked at it, it was like, yo, nobody told me you gotta get out. Nobody said, hey kid, what you doing in there? I was in this with, it was me in this F40 for like a super solid 10 minutes. And I looked at it, and I told myself, if I ever get an F40, I'm gonna name it Pennywise. I don't know why, but that's the name that came to my head when I was like, F40, I'm gonna name it Pennywise. So if you ever go back, I think I'll share the post on my Instagram. And I was like, I want this, because it was like, I think Pennywise the Clown has the pennant stare. It's kind of like what Ghost Rider has, like where he looks into your soul. But the difference with Pennywise is when he looks, if you look into his eyes, that's it. That's right, Pennywise the F40. I'm gonna get an F40 one day. And bro, I saw one, they want like 1.8 mil for one. And it's like, bro, I don't understand, like, bro, I don't understand how like people are rich. And that's the one thing that I'm not gonna say that bugs me, but it's like a lot of artists or people pretend to be car guys. And that's the worst part about it. That's just the name of the game. You know, they're trying to reach a different audience. That's not my stilo. But it's like you have so much money and you choose to buy like generic rich nigga shit, bro. Like at least like, for example, like Tyler Creator bought a Lancia. I can respect that. That's different. You feel me? It's not like any nigga that bought a Lancia, like you have to know about Lancias. If I'm saying the name wrong, but you know what I'm saying. And it's like, for me, thank you. I appreciate that. About the nice skyline. I told myself if I was ever pushed in a position of entertainment or something to have the money to be able to obtain the shit like that, I'd buy something simple. Like I see a lot of vloggers, like a lot of famous like YouTube builders buy boring shit, bro. Like it just be generic, like, oh, I got a GT3 Porsche. Like, all right, that's cool, but I understand that's the hype, and that's what's cool, and that's what's gonna make them content. But for me, I'd buy like an old. Not gonna lie, I sort of don't like when rappers get into cars. Xavier was an exemption. Xavier Wolf's a cool dude. I have nothing bad to say about him. I interviewed him once. He said Booty Hustler's wrong. But it's like, I respect Xavier Wolf for who he is as an artist. Is he a car guy? I can't speak on him, you know. Or is he a rapper? Is he a car guy, or is he just a rapper that likes cars? That's like for y'all to find out. But like, it's like, yeah, he has an M3, very cool, and he has an S13. But like, I've never seen him drive. Like, I can barely drive, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to get a 86 to, bro. I used to have an MX-73 Crescent, but as I was saying, like, I can't speak about certain artists and everything. Like Travis Scott getting into cars, that's cool. That's like his gist. I always told myself one day I'm gonna be in a Travis Scott music video with the Green 33, even if it's slow or not. And it's like, for me, if I ever got in position to not pushed or made it to the point where like my content blows up, Booty Hustler blows up, and we get to where we want to, I wouldn't buy like your run-of-the-mill like supercar. What I would really want, like cars that I've wanted since I was a kid, I can honestly say, like I've wanted a Dodge Viper GTSR, something like that with a big ass boomerang wing. I love that so much since the Gran Turismo one day. And the color I would want it in, it would have to be red with the 2 white stripes coming down. I just put some sticky tires on it, and just drive the dog shit. Like everything I would get, I would try to beat the piss out of it until to the point like it's like um I have every car in this game. By the way, nice skills, thank you. Um, and it's one of those things like I hate fools. Not correction. I can't tell you how to live your life. I dislike fools that buy something that's so nice. That's not. It's just use it like how it was engineered for. It's like when people are like, bro, we buy cars to drive and destroy them. That's why we got a Raptor. That's why we're putting the LS and the S14 and 34. You damn right. That's you damn right. It's boring to have a nice car and let it sit. Especially people who baby them. Drive that shit. My homie once bought a Ferrari Medina 360. And he let us borrow it for a day. He said, just don't crash. And I was like, bro, he's like, I don't want to know how you're going to drive it. Just drive it. And Josh and I looked at each other like, what? And we were just, for that day, I saw what it was like to feel the power of like having something nice, and it was different. Like people treat you different. But people treat you, and I'm not driving, oh damn, head-on collision. I'm not driving to drive like a dick. It's like, bro, this is Ferrari. I'm going to drive a Ferrari like how Ferrari is supposed to be driven. And it was nice. It was super nice. It's been many a times, like, what was a time, like, for example, and I'm going to post all this shit this coming week. I'm going to find all these old pictures. There was a time, we dragged it also, and the STI. There was a time, Josh and I, I got hit. There was a time somebody let us, I believe it was a McLaren 720. I was like, bro, I'm hungry. And the dude was blocking me. And me jokingly, I was like, bro, if you don't move your car, you're going to have to let me borrow your car to go to McDonald's. And somebody was like, and the dude was like, all right, cool, you can just take the McLaren. I was like, what? I was like, Josh, me and Josh, the big ass, got in this McLaren and went to McDonald's. I kid you not, we went to McDonald's and they gave us like 10 of each sauce. And not only did we do that, I remember I was driving the McLaren and I had McNuggets on the McLaren, and I was just acting a fool having dancing chicken nuggets on the McLaren. And that's the kind of shit, like, people just like, yeah, it's a car, I understand, like, not disrespecting the car, but it's one of those, just have fun. Like, if you ask Josh, or if you ask me, I remember when I lived in North Carolina, there were 2 R32s in my neighborhood, sedans, and 2 different owners. I was like, if you ask Josh, the people like, hey, can I drive your car? Yeah, I don't care, just don't crash it. Like, really? Yeah, like, bro, it's a car, it's meant to be driven. Like, if you break it, you just gotta fix it. And if you don't got the money to fix it, you really shouldn't be asking to drive my car. That's as simple as that. Like, when I see little kids and they're like, whoa, they're looking at any of my cars, I'm like, just sit in it. They're like, really, I can sit in it? I'm like, yeah, bro. And that's the shit as a little kid, like, that opens up your brain. And it's like, bro, like, imagine if you were a little kid and like you saw a race car or something that looked like a race car, and you're like, bro, that's so cool, and somebody just lets you sit on it. Like, it seems like a little insignificant moment. But that's the shit that makes memories, and people don't realize that. Like, every show we have, I'll let all the kids sit in the car, take pictures. I'll even let them turn on the car and rev it, and they're like, wow, really? Like, yeah, bro. Except the Jeeps. Because that's what it's all about, just giving back to the people. So it's like when I make content, or and if anybody ever sees me like on the street, I'll try to like just show some love, throw you in the video real quick. Because it's like, I hate when people like, you got fans. No, I consider those people more than fans, because y'all support me when y'all really don't have to. I ain't really nothing special. I'm just a nigga with a Nissan, bro. Just living the dream. That's all. Because if it was one of those things, like when people like, ew, why are you swapping the LS and the 34? Well, that was my grandfather's engine. And they're like, okay, I respect that. Or people like, why is this car slow? It's just slow because it is, bro. I ain't really tripping on you. Because at the end of the day, you can talk as much shit as you want, but you didn't help me get where I need to be. And the people that did help me, like everybody who watches it, it'll be random times that I'll be somewhere and be like, Gary, is that you? Like, yeah, I think so. Do I owe you money? Like, no. Okay, cool. You trying to hang out? Cool. There'll be times like if I have time to hang out, I'll chop it up with you for a cool bit. We can go grab a bite. And I've done that before, because that's just appreciation for the people, you know? Like, I hate all these prima donnas on the internet that think, like, especially like with TikTok. TikTok has fucked everybody's brains up to the point where they think they get like, oh man, I went viral on TikTok. That's cool, but if you take the internet away, who are you? A lot of these people are born, they're very one-dimensional, no disrespect. But like me, it's like my cousin tells me I post random ass shit. I do. Because that's the shit I like. I just don't like cars. Like if you look behind me, like how much there's literally shoes, Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, and Transformers behind me. And there's a lot of people, that's what I hate to say, and I hate to say a lot of dudes that are in cars are very one-dimensional. You take their car away, they couldn't tell you anything else but like, I don't know, I don't have any time for anything else. Bro, I purposely go to Target with my girl so I can look at Transformers and see if they got anything new. I love BMX. I love cartoons. Like I know a little enough about everything just to like everything, and that's like I don't know a lot about science or geography, but it's just that little shit. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers they be so caught in they stuck in their asshole about shit. Like, we gotta do car content. We gotta do car content. Like, bro, no, that's then when you do all car content, you dictate what your audience wants to see. And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I understand. Like, you gotta make, like, if you're living this content, I can understand that. But at the same time, like, bro, like, switch it up sometime. Like, I made a video about hoarding. Like, I actually have I would call it hoarding, but it's like I collect cool things, which is still hoarding. Stuff like that, like BMX, like anything. And that's the problem when you lose focus with your audience. Because at the end of the day, how many cars can you build? You feel me? Like cars, I love cars and everything. I drive a car every day, but it'd be some days I just don't want to do car shit. There'd be days I just want to go to the arcade with my boys and my girlfriend and just play. Bruh, respect, I've always been in driving. I gotta read that comment later. But it'd be shit like, bro, like go do something different. Don't be a fucking goober, bro. Go do some karate. Like one thing I did, I took a boxing class at my boy Savant thing. That shit kicked my ass, and I've always wanted to do like some self-defense type shit. He used to be a Bellator fighter, which was really cool. And for me, I'm just like, whoa, that's different. And that's about it, man. Cause it's like, don't fake the funk. Like when people like, I genuinely like learning new things. There's shit about certain things that I don't know that my cousin will put me onto. Like I never ate sushi before. I didn't even eat sushi with my ex-girlfriend. She tried to make me eat that shit all the time. Tuna took me out to eat sushi and I was like, this shit ain't so bad. He's like, yeah, fat nigga, you like that, huh? I had an issue at the point in my life when I had to find out that cars were the only thing that I enjoyed as much as trying to find them. Like I remember the one day, like when I don't know if I told this story. There was one day I used to love riding BMX. I used to just breathe everything I knew. I could tell you the spec of any part. I could tell you the weight of any stem part. Because what I used to do is when I got the dance comp, I would read the dance comp up and down. Like I would know everything inside that dance comp from the weight and everything, each video that came out. And I was like decently good at BMX. Like when I say decent, like I could do what's that Sam Cooke song? Like I could decently do a couple BMX tricks, but then one day it's just like I lost the passion. There was a kid I was like trying to do a hop whip, and I was just frustrated to the point like I don't like this no more. It's not. It didn't become fun to me no more because it was that point where BMX was about to transition into like, oh, he's better than you. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Do you listen to Xavier Wolf? I do, but let me get back to the story before I get back on that. And I just lost passion for it, and then that was pretty much it. Then I just got in the cars full time, and here we are. I listen to Xavier Wolf. I like his music. He has a cool sound. You feel me? Not all his songs are my kind of songs, but I like watching YouTubers who just post cars, boring as fuck. I fuck with people personally and show us what can make them like happy. So it's like I like Xavier Wolf, cool guy. Travis Scott, cool guy. Suicide Boys, I remember when they were just coming up, I tried to see them, weren't able to. It's true, bro. You do get burned out. That's why I tried that drag racing thing, bro. You should listen to Six Dog. He's an underground artist, song like 15 million. I'll try listening to Six Dog. Oh, bro. bro. It's 10, 11 people. Yeah. I enjoy watching old TV too, bro. I'm gonna sing. If y'all can guess this theme song, y'all just gonna guess the theme song. A little boy named Preston found the secret out this year that he was once a pharaoh when the Egyptians ruled the world. Now it's Swiffer and scared. He tried to get him day and night. He have the mummies, protection from the fall. He have the mummies, protection from the new girl. He unfortunately passed away this year. Oh shoot. Damn it, Marcus, why you got your black ass in the middle of the road? You fuck with little ugly name, bro. Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about the things to be. Oh. Yeah, that song slaps. What's the next build? So, hold on, let me stretch real quick. So right now, we got my cousin's S14 that we've been stripping down. If you watched one of my live videos before, I was like doing drift circles in it, and I was so happy because that's the first time I had like a car that ran right. He was like, hey, you can kind of drive. And I was like, yeah, I just need something that runs longer than fucking 10 minutes at a time. We're gonna LS3 swap his 14 to 34, and then after that, I've got like these conditions in my head. If I keep staying doing certain things I need to do by November, then I might have something in the works. Well, we've been working on something. So if I fulfill everything I need to do in my head, I want to at least stream once a day, at least a minimum of 45 minutes to come talk to y'all, because y'all really fucks with your boy, and I appreciate that. But after the 34 four-door has the LS swap in it and everything, then I'm gonna probably take my stock head off my R33 engine and put it on my R33 I have now, and I'm gonna try to make this one. I'm trying to just clean it up. I got a smaller turbo for precision, and I just remember. So when I got my cartoon, it made like 633 in a high. And can we talk about how X Games honestly sucked this year? I mean, they couldn't even rent out a stadium, bro. This X Games didn't even have vert. I love watching X Games vert because Jamie Bestwick is the god of BMX vert. They didn't have that. They could even went to Woodward, but I can understand the stadium situation just due to the vid. But at the same time, bro, I had to watch X Games Park at Pat Casey's house? Pat fucking Casey's house. I remember my first X Games experience. The first time I went to X Games was when Travis Pastrana did the double flip. And this is what switched my whole perspective of like people in like the industry of like being in your face. So the X Games I go to, Staples Center, what was that? I was like 16 or 17. We get our tickets for like $20. We barely get there, right? Right now is BMX best trick, vert best trick. It's BMX vert best trick. And we're sitting here the whole time, and we're like, this is when Kevin Robinson is trying to do the double flare. He does the double, rest in peace, Kevin Robinson. He does the double flare, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker just did a double flare. Like, mind you, this was cool because Kevin Robinson was one of those kind of always like bridesmaid type of riders. He was like super good on vert, but he would never vert San Francisco, bro. You know how long ago that was? Like late 90s. But Kevin Robinson was like a bridesmaid. So to explain what a bridesmaid is, that's always somebody that comes like second and third place. Because if Jamie Bestwick and Dave Mirra were riding on vert, you already know one of them was going to get gold or silver, and whoever got third, he just got third. So a lot of times it would be Kevin Robinson, or it'd be Simon Tabron, because nobody else. John Parker was solid. Koji Kraft was like, he was whatever, and there was like other riders there too that just really couldn't compete on their level. So when Kevin Robinson did the double flare, I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy, bro. Like he just did a double flare, and that same event, they shut it down, but they shut it down for a little bit, and then they're like ready to get for Moto best trick, and we're sitting here, and mind you, Travis Pastrana, Nate Adams. Nate Adams has always been a bridesmaid to Travis Pastrana. Brian Began, I want to say Tommy Flowers. I can't think of who else was there, but there was Clifford Adam Thompson wasn't there. I can't think of the dude's name. The cowboy. There was this cowboy dude who wrote for KTM at the time. But so the whole stadium sitting there like, what has Travis Pastrana been working on? And this is before like the internet was big, so you really couldn't see, you really could like people weren't posting like that. So whatever you saw at the X Games, it was like you saw it then and there. It wasn't all like, oh, I did a freaking triple backflip at home and put it on YouTube. No, 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 no. Whatever you did at X Games counted at X Games, and that was a cool thing about then. Tony Hawk did the yeah, bro. That was '99 or '98. Or no, it had to be '99 because in 2000, Dave Mirra did the double flip. So maybe been the same year. But so we're sitting there and everybody's some ladies like, what do you think Travis Pastrana's going to do? And I was like, I heard he's working on a barrel roll because this is the year like he went. Mike Metzger did the first backflip in competition. Everybody went crazy. Will you ever get a Turtle Pros and throw down with Hurt? I'm down. I'm super down. Like, I'm super down. As long as he wants to drive with you, boy. So I was talking to this lady. It's me and my homie John Redcorn. I forgot his name, but we called him John Redcorn because he was Native American, and he looked just like that. Sounds super sketchy, but he looked just like John Redcorn, except he had a drinking habit. So we're sitting there. So what do you think he's gonna do? A barrel roll? So we're sitting there. I had an I-875 next cell phone. So when he gets ready, I'm sitting here like, yo, what's going on? So he goes, and he's like, he's rolling in, you hear me? And I swear, when you see it, when I saw it in real life, he does the first flip, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so to describe it, so I'm gonna pause this game. He does the first flip, and he's already tucked. Like one already went around, and I'm like, yo, he's about to do a double flip, and then he does the second flip. It was like he goes one, and then he goes even higher. So in person, where I was sitting, like if you could go back in time, because the way I saw him do the double flip, I saw it as if he was coming towards me, but I was to the left, way in the back, and I was like, this motherfucker just did a double flip, and you could hear like the stadium went. So the stadium, if you're sitting there, the stadium went quiet for just a brief second when that double flip comes around, because it's like, yo, is he really doing this? He does the fucking double flip, and as soon as he lands, it's like the freaking, you can feel the energy. Yeah. Like when you hear it on TV, it's different than when you feel it, because you're genuinely excited, and he's just jumping up and down. His mom was crying, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker just did the double flip. I don't fucking believe it. That shit was fucking nuts. And so me and my homie, when the event started to dwindle down, we go in the elevator. And this is the thing that changed my life, my perspective on athletes completely. I go, and we get in the elevator. We happen to somehow get into like the athletes' elevator by accident. We get in the elevator, and the first stop, the door opens, and it's Nate Adams. And I've watched Nate Adams on this freaking TV forever. And I'm like, yo, you're Nate Adams. And at the time, he's eating us. Like, he's walking around with a steak, like, yo, can I get a picture? And nothing. He just looks at me and just like rolls his eyes and walks away. Have a good night, bro. Have a good night, Steve. And I'm like, yo, I felt like shit. Listening to it as a podcast. And I'm glad you posted your live show. But it's like, bro, I was so upset when that happened, because I was like, you know what it's like to be like, watch action sports. I watched the X Games ever since I was a kid, but I never knew when it was on. I just know, yo, grandma, it's summertime. Summer's ending. I'm about to go back to school. So you turn it on Channel 7. And I would watch. I remember when Travis threw his bike in San Francisco, I want to say the Ocean, and he got in trouble by Suzuki. It wasn't happy about that. I don't know if I'm sure every person that rides motocross used to ride BMX or race BMX, but I watched it that long, and so when Nate Adams was young, I was like, yo, I always genuinely wanted him to beat like Travis Pastrana because back in like you have the heyday of like freestyle motocross when Travis Pastrana was like 16 or whatever, you had Travis Pastrana, Brian Deegan, Nate Adams, Clifford Adam Tate, Tommy Clowers, and after a while, you kind of just figure out your place. Like Tommy Clowers, would just do the high jump, and he was a short fucker. And then Nate Adams, but the reason it was like Brian Deegan was like I liked Brian Deegan, but like his whole like what happened to the gravity games. I'm gonna get on that story next. So what happens is like I looked up to all these like not look I was like man if I ever rode motocross and I found out Brian Deegan was from here, so I like by default I like Brian Deegan because he's from California, you feel me? He lived down right here. But his aesthetic, like I never understood the Metal Militia. I always not like thought those were like the Yee Riverside dudes because they had that bad stigma. And then that's just is what it is now. The Gravity games. I remember the Gravity games very. I have a Do I have a DVD here? I have a DVD here that I found on freaking where is it? I'm looking at it right now. D1GP. I have a DVD here. I think. Let me see if I can find it. Unless I put it in storage. Sounds like it just fell. But I have a DVD. Look. Speak of the devil. Look at that. If you don't believe me, Gravity Games. If y'all didn't know, Gravity Games. So this is when street luging, BMX, freestyle dirt, and then BMX Park. This is the year Dave Osado won, and he was one of my favorite riders. I have 2 banners here. So I'm gonna explain the Gravity Games to y'all. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the biggest thing you could watch was the X Games because that was the biggest contest. Like ESPN, Channel 7, Disney had that on lock. Have the best Power Rangers. I do not have the best Power Ranger collection, but I appreciate that. I have the Power Rangers I like, and I have way more Megazords up there. But back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the X Games, you had the X Games. And X Games was predominantly the biggest action sports contest. That's where everybody would save their tricks for. Or what you would do is, if you had the little, like you had Crazy Freaking Bikers from Matt Hoffman, which was like the invitational for like the amateur guys to get in the X Games. So that's like that year that Bruce Chrisman beat Dave Mirra in 2001. That was like that year, like example like that. But back to the story, in the late 90s, early 2000s, you just had the X Games. But then you had was an NBC introduced the Gravity Games, and the Gravity Games was a very big thing at the time because like, yo, this is trying to take over the X Games, and it happened in Providence, Rhode Island. That was the difference, and I'll never forget when I saw the Gravity Games. I remember the first thing that I watched, it was Kevin Robinson dropping into to Blink 182. I can't think of the name of the song, but it's like it goes like, it's alright to tell me what you think about me. I won't try to hurt you. It's okay for these days. I'm probably fucking up the song right. And we're all just playing now, and it happens once again. We'll turn into a friend. What the things should understand, and that's just who's growing up. So Kevin Robinson drops into that, and this whole time, I am like, this is like that time where I'm like falling in love with BMX, and all I want to do is BMX. All I can think about is like riding bikes all the time, 24/7. And I remember when I went to middle school, because this is that transition when you're going from when I was going 5th to middle school when this happened. And this was the year Dave Mirra won Burke. And this is like, I'd say this is Dave Mirra prime, because there was a cool couple years where you could not defeat Dave Mirra. Every contest that man was at was freaking just took it over. You could not beat this man. You could do whatever you could try to do whatever you could to beat this man, but you just could not beat this man. And when I saw the Gravity games, they had Street Legion. Because the thing I didn't like about the X games when I was a kid, and I'm not gonna lie, they had skydiving, they had rock climbing. I didn't even mind the inline skating. That shit was cool. Like the Takahashi brothers, um, like Yoto or whatever his name. I can't even think, but they dominated vert skating for so long. Chris Ty, all those kind of guys, and those are just dudes I can think of off the top of my head for inline skating, just randomly. And the Gravity Games alternative, like when I watched Street Illusion, I was like, yo, like Biker Sherlock and all the Dreads dudes. And this is before I found, like, when I was a kid, I was like, yo, these dudes are cool. And like Biker Sherlocks, we out here talking about what's next to WWF? Fuck it, we'll talk about the WWF. So to answer your question, what happened to the Gravity Game? So the Gravity Games can't compete with the X Games, obviously. So what happens is the band's Triple Crown low-key merges with the Gravity Games. And what happens then? Band's Triple Crown becomes the Mountain Dew Tour. And so you have Dew Tour. So Gravity Games low-key evolves into the Dew Tour. And I'm watching the Dew Tour and it's amazing. And the cool thing about the Dew Tour, this is like that. Like again, this is that weird time in action sports where everything. Okay, number 2, what do you think about the Nike Airbound from '91? Send me a picture of it on IG, my boy. But like this is that time, like because you got to remember in the late '90s, early LMZ, maybe LMZ can teach you how. He teach you what? No, I gotta look on it. What can Adam LMZ teach me? Chaz or Reeves, the Dew Tour legacy. Maybe Adam can. You know what the thing is? Like, I had a decent amount of tricks, and Adam LZ was a pro, so he was good at BMX. But like I said, like at that time, like his era of BMX and my era of BMX are different because he comes from an era of BMX where everything was on the internet already. So it's like when that happened for me, I already fell out of love with it. So what's happening? What's the lobby name? DH World 91. So for me, that was it. But like I was saying, remember when Stone Cold filled Mr. McMahon's Corvette with cement? Let me tell y'all something. If y'all want to know, I don't know a lot about wrestling. Like I said, I know just enough. You know what? I might have to say, I have front flips, bro. Who was the first person I saw do a front flip? Matt Barringer from SNL. IS300 is good. IS300, I'm losing my voice now. That means I've been up a little too late. If y'all want me to continue story time, I will. I'll be on this for like 5 more minutes. I'm just really just driving in circles. Hey brother, how long you finna be on? You ever pulled the bar so hard you took a bro? I remember once when I was a kid, I'm gonna probably tell this last story. When I was a kid, I had a hutch. I traded for like $20. Hutch, fork and frame. I wish I would have kept it. So my dumb ass, I'm like 12 years old. I'm hauling ass. I'm moving. I don't. It felt like I was moving. I'm moving. I'm trying to jump the curb. Right. I jump the curb, and the first thing that happens when I jump the curb, the front wheel comes off, and I'm like. I was like, fuck. And when that happens, I fucking beefed it. I scorpioned it. But the cool thing was, like, I tucked and rolled, so it was like, and I was flying, and all you can hear is my homies is laughing. Like, Gary's front wheel came off. You fucking fell. But at this time, I'm like, they're like, yo, it looked kind of bad because the way bro, it felt like I was a million feet in the air because, like, when I jumped, it's like as soon as I took off, like I saw the wheel come off and it was just rolling and I was like, damn. And so like I land, so I'm like holding up like this so I land and I come down like back wheel down. And like my body started to scorpion, so I tuck in and then I tuck and then I'm like, yo, I'm just jealous Gary got to experience dope shit. R33 for life. Hey Gary, any pointers on the guy? I'm 6'5" and wanted a ticket on R33. Any room for a giant? You know what? Before I get back on this story, yeah, you know what? Scotto's 6'7", and with our signature seat that fits for big boys, he fits in my car comfortably. It makes it look like he sits in the back seat. So watch that this versus that, because Scotto's legitimately 6'7" and he fits in my car. But as I come down, I tunk and I just tumble. And I get up and I'm like, fuck. I'm like a little scratched up and I'm like, yo, bro, I have so many childhood movies. You know what? If y'all want to hear more stories, just let me know. All these videos that I do. Wait, how the fuck is Scotto? Scotto is tall. Wait, how fucking tall is Scotto? Scotto's 6'7". I'm 6'2". Hertz like 6'3". Ben's like 6'2". Dan's like 5'7". So Scotto, like when Scotto's tall, he's fucking small. But Scotto's not athletic. He's very smart. So a hoonigan didn't get the hoonigan weather. Do you remember the first time you saw a skyline? Bro. I'm going to tell y'all one more story, then I'm going to log off. I was working at a computer store called Computronics on Barrington and Wilshire. I was doing a computer delivery in Venice. I'm driving down Venice, right? Driving down, is it Venice? No, Lincoln. It was on Venice and Lincoln. So if you know where Venice and Lincoln is, it's right where Spa Ramp used to be. If anybody's confused, if anybody knows where the Spa Ramp is. So I'm driving down toward Venice. I'm about on Lincoln and Ocean Park, in between that area. And I can't think of it, but I drive and I look to my left because I'm looking. And it was a 33 and the 32 chilling. And this is before I knew like Skyline models. Now that there's a 33, it was a 33 GTS automatic RB25 turbo and a 33 GTS T, both GTS Ts. One was 5-speed, and I'm like in Burgundy, and I'll never forget because I have the picture somewhere because I'm a goofball like that. So what happens is I get out the car, I'm like, yo, are these Skylines, this is, let's see, I told him, have a good night, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And I'm like, yo, I have to do it, of course, like any fucking fuckboy that asked me, not fuckboy, forgive me, like any type of car aficionado. I'm like, these Skylines there, I was like, how much are you selling these for? And he's like, oh, not that much, but I can't sell them. And I'm like, yo. And that's where we're going to end the story. And I'm going to save the rest of the story. Love the color on your car. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to end the story to here night, guys. We're going to continue it tomorrow. I want to hop back on, and we're going to tell the story of what happened with the Skylines I saw. Have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Be safe. Finish race. We're going to end the broadcast, y'all. An hour.